Hi friends, this is CA Damodaram Pagadala, Chartered Accountant. Today I am here to discuss a topic called revaluation of assets and liabilities. This is an important adjustment in partnership accounts. In the earlier video, I told you whenever there is a change in the relationship among the partners under four situations, change in profit sharing ratio, admission, retirement and death, some partners will gain, some partners will sacrifice. As per the rule, gaining partner should compensate the sacrificing partners under mainly three items. One is goodwill, second is revaluation and then reserves. Today we are going to see how the adjustments will happen with respect to the revaluation of assets. So before we move, calculation of revaluation profit or loss and giving accounting treatment, let's see why should firm do a revaluation. Now, in India, most of the business, especially unorganized small and mid-sized business like partnership firm, they follow strictly historical cost basis method to record and carry forward all the assets and liabilities. It means the amount which they paid originally at the time of purchase of asset or creation of liability, the same value they will carry forward. Let's take an example. In the year 2000, a firm called A and B Partners, they started a firm and they bought a building for rupees 5 lakhs. That is the original cost, historical cost. Now I am talking the year 2019, the market value of the building is 15 lakhs. So if the firm sell the building, they are going to get 15 lakhs. Then already the original cost of the building is 5 lakhs. So there will be a profit of 10 lakhs. That 10 lakhs will be shared by old partners because they bought the asset and they maintain in their profit sharing ratio. But actually they are not recording the assets at a fair market value. They just keep recording at the historical cost. Now the situation demands for them to revalue the assets because the relationship is getting changed. So now they go and compare the book value, nothing but the original historical cost which is there in the balance sheet, that they'll compare with the fair value and they'll check profit or loss. That profit or loss will be shared by the partners. So that's the reason mainly the partners will do a revaluation. Let's see now how they do revaluation. I told you there's already value in the balance sheet. Both assets and liabilities carry some value. That value is called book value, nothing but the historical cost, original value, subject to depreciations and amortizations, all those things are there. Now, this book value for under four situations, whenever there's a change in the relationship among the partners, compare each asset and liability, the book value with the market value. In case of liability, it is called agreed value. So book value and market value, they will compare. They'll see any appreciation or depreciation. And that increase or decrease amount, they will treat as profit or loss. And finally, they will calculate a resulting figure, either called revaluation profit or loss. Now, I am going to give you example how to do this revaluation, when you will get profit, when we will get loss in case of assets and in case of liabilities. Generally, asset is our worth of the business. If asset value increases, market value, it's actually profit to us. And quite opposite that, if liability value increases, it is a loss to us. Now let's take same building, book value is 5 lakhs, but the market value is 15 lakhs. There is an increase of rupees 10 lakhs. This 10 lakhs is increase of building and that is a profit to a firm. Now let's take another asset, say debtors in the firm balance sheet. Actually the book value today is 1 lakh, but the market value, the amount actually we can collect from the debtors is 80,000. So the asset value, when compare book value with the market value, it is actually decreasing. So there is a loss in this asset. Same way when we compare book value of liability with agreed value, either the liability value will increase or decrease. If liability value increases, when you compare the book value with the agreed value, when increases, we are supposed to pay higher amount to the lenders. So that become a loss to the firm, and opposite to that, this is a profit when there is reduction in the liability. So that's how each and every asset, every liability in the firm's balance sheet, compare the book value with the market value and see increase or decrease. In case of asset increase means profit, decrease means loss. In case of liability, increase means loss, decrease means profit. Now, we are not only dealing with one item of asset and liability, we are dealing with all assets and liabilities. So, it's not that much easy to go and calculate profit or loss on individual assets and liabilities. So, when you have a huge number of items, many transactions, then better we can open a special account and bring all these transactions relating to revaluation of assets and liability, and then we can calculate easily a resulting figure. So the account name, the special account here, the nominal nature account here called revaluation account. So revaluation account, the purpose is to calculate profit or loss from this revaluation transactions. It is called nominal in nature. So ultimately from this account we are going to calculate profit or loss. So all the journal entries whatever we passed for each asset and liability, that amount we will route through to a revaluation account. Now I am going to tell you how to pass the journal entry. For one asset I will explain, and the same for one liability I will explain how to pass the journal entry. Now as per the real account, assets by default will have a debit balance. So the moment you say asset means by default it will be having a debit balance. When the same asset increases, so debit balance again it is increasing. When you compare book value with the market value, the asset values increases, again you will debit the asset. And when there is asset increase, I already told you it is a profit to the firm. So as per nominal account, all incomes profit should be credited, all expense losses should be debited. Here the nominal account is revaluation account. So when there is an increase in asset should be debited, this profit should go to a revaluation account. Quite opposite to that, when there is a decrease in asset value, it's a loss. As per nominal account, the revaluation account should be debited, and asset is by default debit balance. When it decreases, it should be credited. So revaluation account data to asset account. Same way in liabilities also. Liability by default it will have credit balance. When liability increases, we will credit, decreases, we will debit. When liability increases, it is a loss to the business. When it decreases, it is a profit to the business. These losses and profits we will route through revaluation account. So let's pass just like how I explained for assets. Journal entries will pass for the liabilities also. So when there is an increase in liability, it is a loss. So debit the revaluation account, and then there is an increase in liability, already credit balance. When again it increases, we will credit. So revaluation account loss and credit the liabilities account. When there is a reduction in the liability, it is a profit. So liability default credit balance. When there is a reduction, then we will debit the liability, and profit we route to revaluation account. So wherever we debited revaluation account, we post on the debit side of revaluation account. Wherever we credited revaluation account, that amount will post on the credit side of revaluation account. Then you will, when you balance total debit and credit, when you balance, you'll get resulting figure. If the credit is more, you'll get revaluation profit. If debit is more, you'll get revaluation loss. This profit and loss will be shared by the partners. Now, I explained you why firm do a revaluation, then how to do revaluation, then what are the journal entries we're supposed to pass, and how to prepare a special account called revaluation account. Now, finally, how this revaluation profit loss will be shared by the partners. Now, any adjustment, any treatment in partnership accounts will be decided by the partnership deed. Whatever partners decided, accordingly we have to give adjustments. So here, partners can decide either after revaluation, all the assets and liabilities should be retained and carry forward in the balance sheet in the future at revalued figure. Let's take an example. Say building already book value 5 lakhs. You revalued to 15 lakhs. After revaluation in the balance sheet, the building value should be 15 lakhs. That is called carry forward assets and liabilities at revalued figure. In this case, as I explained earlier, simply we prepare a revaluation account and we calculate revaluation profit or loss. That resulting profit or loss will be shared by only old partners at their old profit sharing ratio. The other side, if partners decides not to carry forward assets and liabilities at revalued figure, it means you can do revaluation, you can calculate revaluation profit, but after revaluation in the balance sheet, all assets and liabilities should be at their original value. It means we can do revaluation, but again we have to reverse the entries in order to bring the original value. So in this case, we open one more special account called memorandum revaluation account. Memo means temporarily, to handle a specific situation, temporarily we are opening. So this is called memorandum revaluation account. So we open first revaluation account. As I explained earlier, all the entries you will post here, either you will get profit or loss. Again, what we do is to reverse the entries what we posted in revaluation account. All the debits we will bring in memorandum revaluation account on the credit side. All the entries in revaluation account we bring in memorandum revaluation account on the debit side. Now what will happen? If you get profit in revaluation account, you will get loss in memorandum revaluation account, vice versa. Now the accounting treatment for profit or loss in revaluation account part 1 and profit or loss in memorandum revaluation account. So two items we have to give adjustments. The part 1, either revaluation profit or loss from revaluation account will be shared by, just like explained in case 1, among old partners and old profit sharing ratio. But the profit or loss in memorandum revaluation account will be shared by all the partners, including the new partners, in their new profit sharing ratio. So like this, partners do a revaluation, calculate revaluation profit or loss, and what they discussed accordingly, either to continue assets and liability at revalued figure or at their original value. Accordingly, they will open revaluation account or revaluation and memorandum revaluation account, and then they do adjustments. So this is all about revaluation of assets and liabilities. If you have any doubts, you always contact me. I can help you to clarify your doubts and also to solve any problem. Thanks a lot.